Now we're going to look ahead to tonight's finale of American Crime Story, The People vs. O.J. Simpson. You know that Sarah Paulson stars as Marcia Clark. As Claire says, she embodies Marcia Clark. And she sat down and talked with ABC's Deborah Roberts to talk about what it was like to play the famous prosecutor.
You're always talking about the truth. Well, the truth came out. Toughen up, Cochran. This is a smoker's lounge. Daycare's on the first floor.
Wow, sizzle. She's tough.
She is a toughie. She is.
Did you change your feeling or your thinking about Marcia Clark in any way?
You know, I did. I really had a very particular image and picture of her, one that I think most Americans had, which was that she was a kind of strident, aggressive, for lack of an articulate way of putting it. And through all the research I did and the scripts themselves, I just came to realize that was so far from the truth.
Get back to work.
You had a chance to meet her. You met her later on in the
Yeah, we were
filming.
practically done when I met her. I mean, it was an incredibly painful time in her life. To have it all brought back up and in some form of entertainment, I think probably really scary for her. And I felt very protective of wanting.
Did she really apologize for the hair?
She did. Right when we sat down, she's like, I just want to say sorry. And I was like, for what? She said, well, for the hair. And I thought, well, I'll take it.
Because you had to wear that wig.
I wore 4 different wigs, and they were all varying versions of not very attractive.
You say that you have not actually watched the series along with everybody else, but people are riveted. Why do you think this has touched such a button?
Well, gosh, I think everyone was so obsessed during the trial. I don't know why it would be different now.
What do you hope people will come away from the O.J. Simpson series with? Because you don't really make a judgment about guilt or innocence.
Yeah, it's not really about that. What I hope they come away with is twofold. One, that at the center of this story is the death of 2 innocent people. And this circus that this trial became really made that hard to see clearly. But more than that, or equal to that, you know, every player involved in this trial was a real person, a flesh and blood, thinking, feeling person. And so many of them were sort of treated almost like they were holograms, like they weren't real people. Didn't really think about what Johnny Cochran's personal struggles were, what Marcia's personal struggles were. And all of that was sort of left out of the story. And so I really hope that what you're able to see here is that we're talking about real people whose lives were forever changed, and most of them not for the better post this trial. So, you know, I hope that's something that people take away.
And the story gripping so many more than 20 years later, the finale of American Crime Story, The People vs. O.J. Simpson, airs tonight on FX.